So you do media. It's a pretty big umbrella. What does that entail for you?
Yes. So it used to be called real estate photographer, but with real estate now we're getting on camera a lot more. And so like, I'm sure if you're on your, Facebook or Instagram, or if you're on TikTok, whatever that is, I don't use TikTok. I know what TikTok is. I just don't use it. But if you're on Facebook or Instagram or the other stuff, you're going to see a lot more video. Like it's mostly video and some pictures and some other kind of stuff. It's, like social media posts. And so I forgot the question, but yeah, mostly just trying to help agents get on video, get a camera.
So you've been saying that that's been an increasing need. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, we're doing this and
yeah. And like, this isn't even for a real estate agent. This is just you promoting your own business.
Yeah. I mean, I guess as I was coming up here, I was thinking, so it's really weird for like a person behind the camera to get on camera. But I think for me, like over the last year and a half, I started my business here in Bellingham in January of 2024. And at that point, I was very nervous being on camera. And I mean, still slightly uncomfortable. I don't know if I'd say slightly uncomfortable or just feels weird being on camera sometimes. But I just know that we have to do it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I used to have this idea that like the personal brand thing was like this narcissist influencer angle. But there's another side to it where with businesses that are in a marketplace that is so people want that authenticity. They want to know who they're working with. It's becoming less and less of a nice bonus, and it's coming closer to a necessity. It's not necessary just yet, perhaps for most fields, but it's still moving in that direction.
Yeah. Like if you think about it, right? So let's say you're going to a restaurant or you're going to, whatever the business is, like real estate agent, something that I thought about in the past was like finding a loan, like somebody to handle the loan for my new house.
Oh, like a mortgage officer or whatever, right?
Mortgage officer. And so, like I went with this specific person, but he had a whole team underneath him. And so like the website showed his face and it showed all of his team members. Same with like a real estate agent, maybe like a chef or like like I said, a restaurant. Like you want to know who the person is that you're trusting, like their brand. But then they're going to have a whole team and they're going to have a bunch of people they've trained and they are responsible for, or like they trust to deliver you the quality. And so like with personal branding, it's mostly about like the person at the top that's, like building up their brand, and you're going to see their face and be like, I trust them. And then they have a whole team underneath them that's going to be able to, that they've, kind of molded into people they trust.
Yeah. It's like if you ever go to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, chances are Gordon Ramsay's not making your food, but there's still that brand association.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to 2 conferences in Vegas this November, and I went there this last November, and there's all these, like there's Bobby Flay and like there's the Cake Boss and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's exactly right. So you're like they have these brand, and so like Guy Fieri, right? Like his diners, drive-ins and stuff, like that's his brand. And so, same with like small businesses and same with real estate agents and all that kind of stuff.
And one of the things that's kind of nice about the small business angle of it is that it usually doesn't take an incredible amount to stand out. You don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to have a regular social media presence and for you to become a regular constant in people's lives.
Yep. Yeah. So I'll do a quick plug, but like for my business, as I'm trying to help agents get on camera or anybody, any small business, like I've created packages where like the pitch is, one session, just like this, one session, 2 hours, and we can get enough content for you to post for the whole month. So we do that every month, for example. And so those videos are maybe, whatever we want them to be, like 60 to 90 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, like you said, it's not super expensive, like give or take about $1,000. One video a week, which is a good way to be on camera, good, professional. And then you're going to have your stories, you're going to have your, your static posts, your pictures, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it's not super expensive to be on social media. And especially like to do the the processed or the produced media, which is part of a whole package of stuff that you put online.
Yeah, you and I are in a similar space. And so I've run into a lot of the same situations myself. And one of the things we've noticed with a lot of our clients is that the challenge oftentimes isn't actually the financial commitment, though that is oftentimes a consideration. The bigger thing that becomes a factor is, one, the administrative cost, like how much time are you taking out of your day to do this? And then three, to make things every week, even if it's just like one video a week, or heaven help you, you're releasing one a day. That's outrageous. Who does that?
Yeah. I'm guessing you do.
I do. Yeah. It's a miserable experience, but it's creatively taxing. And so you have to find ways that you're able to manage the financial, the administrative, and the creative costs and do so well, while still also managing a real business that's actually making you money. And that's not easy.
Yeah. So you said, I forget what you said at the beginning. But yeah, so I've had clients where like people that are interested in the package of like, you know, they love to spend whatever it is, $1,000 or something, right? And, you know, have a video a week, every week, you know, professionally produced. And like their delay or like their speed bump or the roadblock isn't money. They're like, yeah, I'd be happy to do this, but like just the time. And sometimes it's just that small, like slow down, that small speed bump of just time, or like not seeing they see the value, but just not, you know, not stepping in or trying it out. That's the challenge that I've had, because people, like when I post videos online, like I'm getting better at making videos and people are seeing that, and I'm posting online all the time. And people are like, oh, I want to do it. But then just like, sometimes it's the money, sometimes it's the time.
Yeah. And like, it's never just 2 hours to film. It's hours to plan, and then it's to schedule, and then it's to content, right? And it just gets out of hand. And so you've come in and you started as a photographer, but now you've just moved into media general. Do you think that that's the current trend for all real estate photographers, or do you find that you're almost creating a niche for yourself?
It's completely the trend. Completely the trend. And some, like when I started, so I guess maybe I'll go through my backstory. So I guess like 5 years ago, I wasn't even interested. Well, I didn't even think of this as like a career, or even think of this as something people do. And I think it wasn't really something that a lot of people did back then.
Right.
But I guess my backstory for doing this is like back in like COVID times, like 2020, 21, 22. Like I bought a drone, you know, because like we were all stuck inside, and it's just a way to get outside. And with that, I was like, I actually wanted, we were doing a lot of traveling because, you know, we had to be outside, doing a lot of traveling. And the idea was like, I wanted to start like a travel blog, because everybody was all about like the side hustle back then. And it's like, I want to do a travel blog. And so I was like, well, I can get a drone. And then it's like, all right, you got to build a website. And like, what do you want on your website? You want stuff that people can buy. I was like, well, if I got a drone, then people can buy like drone photos, aerial photos, stuff like that. So I did that. And then like, who's the biggest client for drone media, like drone photos and videos, is real estate agents.
Yep.
And then kind of that path. And like the very beginning, that was 2022, I think, when you have to take an exam. So with the FAA, to do it commercially, you have to take an exam.
It's the Part 107, isn't it? Yeah. So
you have to take an exam. So I bought the course. Like I bought a course instead of just trying to study online for free, and took the exam and passed the exam. And then I could start taking photos for agents. I just started with drone photos, and I was like, man, this is great. Like go to a place, take like 5 or 10 photos and head back, and got a couple $100 in cash. And it's great. But it's like, well, from there already, the agent that I was working with, which is a family member, like the agent I was working with, it's like, well, why don't you just take pictures of the house while you're here? And so then it's like, the next time I worked on getting like a camera, which was like older camera, and just slowly, like then I was delivering via Dropbox, and I was like trying to edit the photos myself. Yeah. Which I didn't even know about right now. So right now I take pictures, I'll like do bracketing photos. And so I'll bracket, like in this room, for example, I'd go to a corner, set my camera to take 3 pictures at a time, take the 3 pictures, do it again so that it's exposed for the window, take them again. And then I would send him to a photo editor, and he would put them all together to a professional image. Back in like 2022, I didn't even know about bracketing images, and I was just like taking one picture and trying to edit. And so just a lot of small things that I've learned over time that allow me to kind of have like a professional, and then video, and then Matterports and all this kind of stuff. So
I've heard similar stories like that. I don't know how many times now, where especially from business owners, where it often just started out as, I was doing a thing. Someone asked me if I could do a job, and I said, sure, yeah, I'll figure it out. And then that came up with like, hey, that was pretty good. Hey, I need something else done that's kind of similar. Are you also willing to do this as well? I was like, sure, I guess. It's kind of amazing what opportunities end up happening if you're just willing to say yes every now and then.
It is. Something that I've learned is, so I listen to a bunch of podcasts. I'm driving all the time. I mean, Thursday I'm driving to Arlington. Oh, no, Marysville. Thursday I'm driving to Marysville. Last week I drove to Lake Stevens and Stanwood. And so I'm driving a lot. So I listen to a lot of podcasts. And something that I heard is, like if you're saying yes to something, then you're saying no to something else or lots of other stuff.
Right.
And so, I guess kind of what I was thinking when you were talking about that is like just, and something that I've had to work on is trying to like not say yes to everything, and be more strategic in the stuff that we say yes to, that I say yes to.
Which it's a great problem to have, because people want you.
Yes. And kind of like what you were talking about, of like, think about it as like opportunity cost.
Yeah.
It's like, if I was spending time doing something, then it's like, I can't spend time doing something, that's maybe more focused to my ability or so. Yeah. But yeah, that kind of came to mind when you were talking about, it's great to be wanted from a lot of people. Just sometimes you can try something and then, see like, oh, maybe I don't want to go that route, which is okay too.
Yeah, no, like you'll never know unless you try.